Known for its picturesque countryside and world-class wine, it's no wonder why celebrities like Colin Firth and Sting call Tuscany home. Villa Il Tesoro, a working farm rooted in luxury. Let's go.
We're in southern Tuscany right now, in the Maremma region. We're only 10 miles away from the Mediterranean, and we're also near the Val d'Orcia. Now that's the UNESCO World Heritage Site that was made famous by being in movies like Gladiator and The English Patient. From this beautiful, elevated position on a hilltop, we have an estate like no other. There is so much to see here. The list of amenities goes on and on. But let's get up a little further on the property and take a look at the main house. You ready to take a look, Tommy?
I cannot wait.
All right, let's get up there.
I'd like to thank Eleonora Benetti and Francesco Assennato at Sotheby's International Realty for the opportunity to tour this beautiful estate.
Just behind me on my left is the main house. Now, this was built in the 1800s and it's done in the original Tuscan style. Now, they're currently doing some improvements to it because in a property like this, the main house needs to just be a complete, show-stopping, beautiful home. So what they're doing is they're enlarging the windows and they're adding a couple of modern conveniences like in-floor heating, and they're actually adding an elevator as well. So they're really bringing it up to the standard for, an estate like this. But what they're making sure to do the entire time is to preserve all of the history. So all of the original stone, the beautiful dramatic archways that it has, the ornamental windows, they're trying to keep everything, the original beams, so that it still has that history, but it has those modern conveniences too. So right now, I'm going to take you across into the Salon, which has been finished to that standard, so you can get an idea of what it looks and feels like. But before we do, Tommy, can we just come around here real quick?
Yeah.
This is so pretty. And I just had to point it out. It just feels like a little Tuscan village here from the 1800s, doesn't it? I imagine that the new owner, is going to have tons of friends and family visiting all the time. So it's a good thing that there's not one, but 2 guest houses on the property. They might have people visiting maybe a little more than they want.
Yeah, you have to be like, okay, and it's time to go.
So here we have the Salon, which feels kind of like an external living room almost. So if you don't have enough space in your 7,100 square foot main house, then you have all this space as well. I'm immediately drawn to these oversized windows. Now, how cool are these? We don't have any lights on in here. This is just all natural light, and we're looking out over the property here. Another kind of cool thing about these windows is they actually are on chains, and they can go, they're sunken, so they can go straight down, and you can have this be open air. We also have the original beams here, and above we have the terracotta ceilings and this beautiful wood-burning fireplace at the end. Just imagine how cozy that'd be in the winter. We also have an entire other seating area over here, which has the exit to the patio right there. Okay, now we're gonna head to the tower of the main house. We're gonna look out over the whole property and give you some waypointing about where we're gonna head on the tour next. Okay, welcome to the rooftop. So from here, you get an idea of just how well maintained and manicured this property is. So part of that is the same caretaker has been here for 20 years. So you have that institutional memory that's so important when it comes to just how to take care of this plant and just how to trim this hedge. There's so many nice outdoor spaces here that I'm almost at a loss with what to do up here. Tommy, if this was yours, what would you use this space for?
I would watch the sunset every evening from up here. And what about you, Phil?
I might stay up here a little bit later and then do some stargazing.
Ooh, I love that too.
Yeah,
okay.
Wouldn't that be cool? All right, so here we have the 2 guest houses. So we'll take a look at those in a little bit. And then we have a view actually all the way to the Mediterranean. So the town here is Follonica, really cool, cute little town. And as we look this way, we have the pool, the spa, we have a sort of an indoor-outdoor gym, and we have a putting green and a tennis court. It makes you think, what else could you want? Like,
Yeah.
this has everything.
There's so
Tommy,
much.
there's so much to see.
Yeah.
But let's start with the guest houses.
Awesome.
All right, let's head down. Okay, now we're in the 7-bedroom, all-ensuite guest house. So here, everything has been done with detail and intention. This is a traditional stone house, but they've equipped it with air conditioning, they've raised all of the thresholds, and take a look at some of the finishes in here. So we have a beautiful fireplace. Tommy, how would you feel if this was your room?
I would love this to be my room.
Okay.
This is where I'll stay once they finish all the improvements on the main house.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what the new owner says. But here we have beautiful lime plaster that gives the room sort of a comfortable feeling and color palette. And let's take a look at this ensuite bath. So we have a beautiful corner exposure here, and I just want to point out this oversized clawfoot tub with a view of the Tuscan hills. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Divine.
Divine. I would love to take a bath.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's head outside to this private terrace. All right. And truly private with this greenery here. We're not looking at any of the other buildings on the estate. And you could come here at the end of the day, relax, have a drink, and look out over the sunset.
Phil, if I'm staying in this guest house, where are you staying?
How about I'm staying in the other guest house, and we'll go see where I'm staying right now.
All right, deal.
Okay, let's do it. Now we're at the second guest house. And from here, we have another amazing view all the way to the Mediterranean. Now we're gonna look at 4 guest suites here that are really cozy, have unique features, and have amazing views. Let's go take a look at my favorite one of them. Okay, so while a little bit smaller than Tommy's room, what I like about this is it's a really cozy studio and it has some really cool architectural details. Let's come a little bit further into the room and take a look. So they have a clawfoot tub here, just right out in the open. I think that's kind of fun. We have a wood-burning fireplace here that could just be roaring in the winter and make a really cozy atmosphere. And we have really nice high ceilings here and this archway, which you wouldn't know at first, but this room has air conditioning and it's been hidden in this archway. They preserve this nice sort of traditional Tuscan feeling, but you have the comfort of having the air conditioning in here. I mean, that's really great. So now let's check out another kind of modern aspect to the property, the spa area with the pool. So let's take a look. And first up, we have this really great pool house. So the pool house has a studio apartment above it, which is great for staying there if you want to enjoy the pool and be really close to it. There's 2 outdoor areas here with showers, so that's really convenient. Speaking of, we have a pretty amazing pool here. It's 10 feet deep. I hate these like 4-foot deep little pools that you can't really have a nice dive into, but this is a really nice one. Has an infinity edge, and as we come around, we have a great place for the kids. So this is the little kid area, which is really cool because you could have the kids on this side, the adults in the deeper section, and everyone's getting along and has their own space. And we even have a little splash pad for even younger kids. So as we continue on here, we have the hammam, which is in this big, nice picture window. And we're coming up on a pretty cool feature of the property. We have a full tennis court. And what I really like about it is it's lit. So you could have competitive matches at night and you have the lights there. And we even have basketball as well. Tommy, what sports did you do growing up?
Track and cross country. I wasn't.
Okay, all right.
I wasn't coordinated enough for any of the sports.
Yeah.
Like basketball.
So what did you run in track?
I did the 800.
Ooh,
I know.
that's a tough one.
It was.
I did the 400, but I don't think I could have made it a whole nother lap.
Let's not talk about our times.
Okay, that sounds good.
Deal.
And here we have a indoor-outdoor gym, which I think is really cool. So you're on vacation And you want to get a little bit of a workout in, you want to work off some of that delicious food you've been eating, and you have the gym right there. Pretty well-equipped gym there.
The airflow is pretty good there.
And a nice airflow.
Yeah.
And here we have a little suggestion of the vineyards that we're going to see later. It's almost a little bit of landscaping, but productive landscape, which is pretty cool. And here we have a putting green. So there's actually 5 holes here. This is pretty great. One more sport. So you could have Tiger Woods, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Serena Williams all over to visit, and everyone would have would be happy. And I forgot one. We also have beach volleyball here. So there truly is something for everyone here. There's actually a lot of celebrities who own in Tuscany, and it's a really popular place. Sting is well known to live here. Richard Gere owns a villa, and actually Rachel Ray as well. Tommy, I'd have to say it. You were on the Rachel Ray show, weren't you?
Yes, yeah, I was.
There's actually already been several high-profile business people and celebrities who have come to tour this very estate. They've flown in their private helicopters, which I think is pretty exciting. We can't say exactly who, but yeah, it just shows the kind of people who are looking at this property. So I want to show you something right now. This beautiful long drive with umbrella pines on both sides. These are technically called stone pines, and they're a Mediterranean staple that actually has edible pine nuts. That's pretty cool. They also have cicadas in them, which you probably hear right now. And there's a fun fact about cicadas. They're known as nature's thermometer. And apparently, if you count the amount of times that they chirp and you calculate it just right, you can tell what temperature it is. So if you know what temperature it is, then maybe put it in the comments. Now, I want to take you to another drive, which also is lined with trees, but a different type of tree. And it's on a different part of the property. So let's go there right now. Okay, so as promised, now we have another one of these beautiful cypress drives. Now on one side we have vineyards, and on the other side we have olive trees. Now imagine if this was all your vineyard, and every year you could make hundreds of bottles of wine and give it to all of your family and friends and have your own label on there. Ah, Wells wine. How cool would that be?
Ooh, I like Wells wine.
Maybe someday, Tommy.
Yeah.
You'll get a bottle. Now, just as we're coming around here, this is an amazing entertaining area. So we have this patio here and a really cool building at the end. Just here, we have the nearest town, which is a beautiful historic town, Massa Marittima. And we actually went there last night for dinner. It's like overlooking, it's the valley. It's so beautiful up there on the hill, historic. Now just beyond there, just beyond this building is the helipad as well. So it's a great location right at the end of the property. And we have a really cool event space here. So let's take you in there right now. Okay, now we're entering the event space. So currently the event is parking classic cars in here, which this is a pretty sweet Mercedes, but with these high ceilings, I mean, you could have a really nice event here. Now, of course, I'm thinking in terms of, weddings and banquets and that sort of thing right now, but this could be, I mean, you could have dinner for, 80 people in here. This is a really cool space, and it could be used a variety of ways. Now, right outside of here, I want to show you where you would have the bar and your catering for this event. This is just such a good entertaining space here with all of this, open space here. You have the bar here, and importantly, you have your pizza oven. So you can just slide pizzas in there. I think that's just really cool.
I mean, we are in Italy after all.
We are. We had some nice pizza last night, actually.
Yeah, we did.
So right here, we have the stables, or scuderia is how I'm told it's pronounced in Italian. But right here, we have 4 hitching posts for the horses. There are 4 horses that are on the property, but they are currently in Siena right now for training, actually. So now we're going to take you around this beautiful pond here and then take you through the olive grove. So let's do that next. Now we're in the beautiful parkland of the estate. We have a really nice pond here with an island on it that's really fun. Bunch of beautiful trees, and in addition to these, we also have a lot of fruit trees. We have plums, There's even pomegranate, apples, pears. There's so many delicious edible things on the property. But I imagine coming down here for a walk, maybe with your dog, maybe watching people at the horse paddock that's right over here. And it's a nice sort of protected feeling you have down here, right at the base of the property. And it's so cool looking at these majestic olive trees. Tommy, I actually have a fun fact about olives. Let's head up there because I need to actually be right next to an olive tree to explain it. So let's head up. So here we have a mature olive tree. Now, if this was a commercial olive production, they would have olive trees every 4 to 6 feet. Here, look how widely spaced they are. So this is really traditional. Now, the reason for that is because olives need to get as much light as possible. And if they're too closely packed, then they can't spread their branches and get all that light. And that assures that you get as much flavor possible out of each olive. So, according to the old traditions, you're supposed to be able to take your hat and throw it through the tree without it getting stuck on any of the branches. So, Tommy, can I borrow your hat?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, let's see.
I promise to give it back. Now I have to not get it stuck. All right, are we ready?
Uh-huh.
Hey!
Hey!
All right. Okay. Now, I want to show you one more thing just down the hill. Are you ready? Can we head down? I'll give you your hat back down there.
Okay.
Okay, Tommy, I dragged you all the way to the opposite end of the property so that I could show you this. Take a look at this tree house. So we have this cool spiral staircase going all the way up. Up in there, there's actually a bunk bed and just a total dream for kids. I remember making a tree house when I was 15 and it was not nearly that nice.
No.
So,
No.
You know, how cool is that? All right, let's head back to the property. At $32 million, this estate is the second most expensive one we've ever toured on our channel. The most expensive one is Emerald Chateau in Barbados, $75 million, and it has a lot to offer as well. That link is right here, and go ahead and click it and let us know what you think.